All right, today we are diving into one of the most critical, high-stakes operations in the entire SAP world, a full system upgrade. And to get us through it, we're going to follow our guide, an incredibly powerful piece of software called the Software Update Manager, or as everyone calls it, SUM. Let's get into it.
I know it sounds a little dramatic, but honestly, that's the best way to think about it. An SAP system is the beating heart of a company. It's processing every order, every transaction, every single piece of critical data. So taking it down for an upgrade isn't just flipping a switch. It's a massive, complex procedure where one wrong move can have huge consequences. So how do you pull off something that risky? Well, you do it with a specialized surgical tool. And for SAP, that tool is the Software Update Manager. SUM was literally built from the ground up to handle this exact challenge, to guide an administrator step by step through all the complexity, all while keeping that business disruption to an absolute bare minimum. Okay, so here's the plan for our little journey today. We're going to start with the prep work, which is absolutely crucial. Then we'll navigate through the core phases where all the magic happens. We'll climb to the very peak, the Downtime summit, and then cover the final steps to bring it all home.
You know, any big expedition starts with good prep, right? You don't just start climbing the mountain. And it's the same here. Before you even think about launching the SUM tool, there are a few essential things you have to get sorted out. Think of this as checking all your gear before the big climb. First up, you need a map. In the SAP world, that map is a file called stack.xml. You create this in the SAP Maintenance Planner, and it tells SUM exactly what to do. It's the precise path for the upgrade. Next, you got to download all the gear, all the software packages, and the latest version of SUM itself. Then, and this is a big one, you check your disk space. SUM needs a lot of elbow room to work. We're talking 40 to 50 gigs for its own directory, and maybe up to 200 gigs for the database. And finally, you hit the pause button on the business by suspending all the automated background jobs. And once all that prep work is done, the whole thing kicks off with just one simple command. That's it. This is the moment the tool fires up and our guided journey really, truly begins. From this point on, SUM is in the driver's seat. All right, now we're getting into the heart of the process. SUM gives you this really clear, phased approach that just walks you right through from start to finish. This is where all the heavy lifting happens, but the tool breaks it down into these really manageable stages. And there it is, right inside the tool itself. See those 6 stages at the top? That's our whole journey, laid out nice and clear from extraction all the way to post-processing. SUM basically acts like a wizard, guiding us through each phase and stopping to ask for decisions when it needs to. Now this is the really brilliant part. The vast majority of the work, all the time-consuming stuff like extracting files, configuring the upgrade, running thousands of checks, and getting data ready, all of that happens while your main SAP system is still humming along, fully online and operational. Users are still working, the business is still running. This is the absolute key to keeping that downtime as short as possible. Pretty early on in that configuration phase, you hit a fork in the road. The tool asks you to make a really key decision on your upgrade strategy. And what you choose here is going to have a big impact on how the rest of the process plays out. And this screen right here, this is where you make that choice. It's really a balancing act. Standard is your baseline. Advanced throws more system resources at the problem to do more things at once, which can shorten your final downtime. And single system, well, it's the simplest, but it also means the longest downtime because it skips a really clever trick we're about to talk about. So how on earth does SUM do all this work while people are still using the system? It uses this incredibly clever technique called a shadow system. Just think about it like this. Your live system is your current house, and your family is living in it, going about their day. The shadow system is a brand new, identical house being built right next door, but with all the latest upgrades. SUM does all the hard construction work over there in the new house, while life in the old house goes on completely uninterrupted. As we get closer to the end of all this prep work, SUM hits you with another crucial prompt. It asks to lock the development environment. This is basically the pencils down moment. From this point forward, no more changes, no more new code can be introduced. The system is now frozen, getting ready for that final switchover. Okay, deep breaths. Everything we've done, all the prep, all that uptime processing, it has all been leading to this one single moment. We have reached the summit of our journey, the planned system downtime.
This is, without a doubt, the most critical part of the entire upgrade. The tool gives you one last checkpoint. It makes you confirm that everything is stopped, and most importantly, that every single user has logged out of the system. Once you click Next here, that's it. The system goes offline. There is no turning back. So what's the big number? What's the promise? For this particular upgrade, the business has been told it will only take 4 hours. That's the window. From this point on, the clock is ticking. This is the execution phase, and it's what that 4-hour window is all about. The old system is shut down, and some makes the final critical switch. To go back to our analogy, this is the moment the family packs their bags and moves into that brand new upgraded house next door. The old house is torn down, and the new one becomes the official home for the business. This is the open heart surgery right here. And then you see this screen, End of Downtime. Let me tell you, that is a beautiful sight, a huge sigh of relief. The switch is done. The technical downtime is over. The system is unlocked. The most dangerous part of the journey is officially behind us. But hold on, we're not popping the champagne just yet. Just like with any real expedition, the journey back down the mountain is just as important. After the main technical upgrade is done, there are a few final steps to clean everything up and officially close out the process. This is the post-processing phase, and it's basically the cleanup crew. First, developers jump in and use a tool called SBAU2 to make sure any custom code works with the new system. Then we run BTCTR and S2 to release all those background jobs we paused way back at the beginning. And finally, SGN regenerates all the system's programs so they run as fast as possible. After all that is done, the system is truly ready to be handed back to the users. Finally, after all that, you get to the very end of the line. The tool gives you this beautiful, beautiful confirmation. Your procedure is complete. From a technical standpoint, the journey is over. The upgrade is a success. So we've walked through the whole thing. We've seen how this amazing tool, SUM, turns what could be a chaotic, dangerous procedure into a controlled, phased, and safe journey. It makes a truly daunting task manageable. And that really leaves us with the most important question of all, doesn't it? With the system now running on the latest and greatest version, what new innovations, new efficiencies, and new capabilities is this going to unlock for the business?